Hi everybody, Tom Carpenter, MAS. I'm the National Account Manager with Fi Promo. You can check out our website, www.fipromo.com. We are open, producing orders on a regular schedule. But I wanted to share with you some good news. First of all, I want to say thank you to Jeff for giving us this opportunity to share some promo good news. I wanted to make sure that what I'm sharing with you isn't a waste of your time and would be something that will kind of actually mean something to you. I thought back to my past, and I go back to my childhood here in Texas. I can remember we'd fall down and skin a knee or fall off a horse or a bicycle, and all of our friends would say, "Hey, cowboy up." And I wondered what that meant. I know it kind of meant dust yourself off and go on, but that kind of stuck with me. And then fast forward to my starting in this industry, and at the expo at that time was in Dallas, Texas. And I can remember a very sharp-dressed man, Jim Moore, used to be with Molinar, since retired, pulled me aside and he said, "Hey, I think that you're going to make it in this industry. I want to offer myself as a mentor if you ever need my help, or if you need to draw on my experience, I'm here for you. But I know that you work for a coffee mug company, and I want to share with you something I think that'll help you understand this industry a little better." He said, "A cup of coffee is the international symbol of goodwill. Offering somebody a cup of coffee is the international gesture of goodwill." And he said, and that is why we sell coffee mugs in this industry. But what you really need to understand is that the why is so much more important than the what. And that really stuck with me. And then I fast forward in my career to a conversation I had with a gentleman down in Houston, Texas, Ted Dennison, MAS. Ted lost his battle with cancer a couple of years back, but Ted was a dedicated volunteer in this industry and served in the regional community, as well as his local community. But something that not a lot of people knew about Ted was he was also a published cowboy poet. And Ted shared some of his poetry with me, and one of his poems really stuck with me. It was called "I've Never Been Called a Cowboy." And I want to share that with you. So for just a second, bear with me. But this is "I've Never Been Called a Cowboy" by Ted Dennison, MAS. "I've never been called a cowboy, or so they say in fact, though I've rode a horse, I've roped a steer, I've even stepped in some of that. I've never been called a cowboy, or so they say in fact, though I've eaten beans right from the can while sitting around a fire, I've bathed in streams as cold as ice, wearing nothing but my desires. I've chased stray dogies for miles and miles through canyons and ravines, only to lose them again in some old thick of evergreens. Well, I've never been called a cowboy, or so they say in fact. Well, I reckon maybe I really don't know exactly what a cowboy is, because he ain't none of that. You see, I've got friends that I would do anything for, and they the same for me. Well, maybe I really don't know what a cowboy is, unless maybe he's a little something like me." Rest in peace, Ted. Now, for the rest of us, I think maybe my advice: cowboy up. Help when you can. Ask for help when you need it. Be safe and be well, and thank you.